All right. Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is January 20th. It's Friday. It's the year is still 2023, and it is, what time is it? It is 10 09 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. So, welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. There's some exciting stuff going on. Let's check it out. The market's looking really great today. All right. So, let's rock this. Right here, we'll start. BitcoinDailyView.com. As always, got more for you there. Indicators that I use, etc., etc., etc. If this brings you any value, buy me a coffee. It's just kind of cool to see them come in like ding, 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 ding. I love it. Anyway, looking at the crypto market, it is green today. A lot of green squares. USDT, Tether having a hard time keeping up. People are buying. So it's a great day. I like what I'm seeing. Beautiful greenness in the market. XMR, is that Monero? Yes, Monero doing quite well today. I like seeing that. Apt is doing really good. So anyway, Ape is going ape. SNX is doing well. We've got some great stuff happening today. Near Protocol is doing well. ADA, for all the Cardano maximalists out there, is doing pretty good. BNB up 0.69%. Nice to see it cruising again. So anyway, Ethereum, I kind of forget about Ethereum once in a while, up 3.52%. That is nice. All right, so nice big green squares in your crypto market today. In general, it is bullish. Matic up 4.3%, and SHIB 1.12%. It's a glorious day. So let's look at stuff, okay? So here in the middle top is a DXY, Dollar Strength Index, and it is having a green candle today. U.S. oil spot, green day today. SPX, S&P 500, definitely a green day today, challenging that 50 moving average on the daily. Very, very powerful signal. Bitcoin, green day today. Like seeing that. Gold, red day. Silver, just barely in the green. Anyway, but still, gold's had a glorious uptrend recently, and then silver, it's beginning to trail off, kind of holding in right about 20, right under $24. So nice day, nice good stuff. I like what I'm seeing. If I can get this one chart here to go big, let's see, can I do it? Let me actually just start this when I maximize this one. Okay, I'm gonna do something real quick here. Trading view, DXY. I'm going to check something out here. Let me go here. Let me fix that. Just one. And I did have recently. All right, so Dollar Strength Index on the daily, as you can see, it's under the 200 moving average. It's under the 50 moving average on the daily, and also under the 314 moving average. So what I noted was, we oftentimes don't look at this. I'm going to run it right from here. I hadn't thought I'm going to use. I'll go here. I'll use this one. Let's use this one. Let's do a fib sequence. One of the things that I'm noticing with Dollar Strength Index is, we have kind of come down to, if we start this fib back on the May of 2021, you can see the XY had a massive rally. It's dumping hard, found a little bit of support in the 382 fib. And then, of course, right now it's on the .5. The thing is that is it going to turn around? I don't know. But it is noteworthy that it's below. I find the 314 to be a very, very powerful moving average. That's something that comes from the blockchain education trading methodology. We use it quite a lot, along with the 200 moving average. So on the daily, we're below the 314 moving average. And as you can see, we kind of came and we wicked back up to it. We're kind of trying to challenge it. Definitely sitting right on this .5 moving average. So really, as we all know with moving averages, I'm sorry, not moving averages, Fibonacci sequences, well, and moving average we're talking about here too. Could it bounce here? Well, let's see what happens. If it doesn't bounce here and it drops below, it could go down to the 618. And anyway, so I kind of look at the DXY, and you can kind of see it's played this game before. It's got an affinity for the .5 and the 618 golden pocket too. So, we might bounce here, or if not, go down to the 618. I'm just kind of watching to see which way this thing breaks, because I think it's got to do something. I don't think it's going to have what's going to happen. I mean, we're all just wondering. I just find it to be of noteworthy that it's hanging out right below the 314 moving average, and that it did, you know, with a with a wick, it did challenge the 314, and you can kind of see that very clearly. So, it wicked up there. Let me move this guy over here. It tried to get above it. So it's really hanging out with that 314 moving average on the daily and the .5 moving average Fibonacci sequence on the daily. This is really either going to bounce, we're going to get a move back up, or we're going to see maybe visit that 618. So all about what's it going to do. I don't really know, but I kind of find it somewhat encouraging in a way that it actually did have this Darth Maul doji and worked to the 314 so accurately. You know what I mean? The fib may be off one way or the other, how I drew it, but ultimately, it's really, look at that right there on the fib line. Boom, boom, these candles, the candle bodies, and boom, hitting that 314 moving average. This is kind of a make or break spot. Really, once you're below the 200 moving average, you're kind of weak. 50 moving average, that's kind of weak. 314, not used a lot, but we're below it. We're challenging it. Really, I think if we can break that 314, then I think we're going to see some upwards movement, probably, resistance at the 50 and the 200, etc. But anyway, just noting, this is a very interesting moment. Which way is this thing going to do? Is it going to be like this one back here that we can see quite clearly? And when did that one actually take place? This last kind of .5 hangout was like kind of between like May of 2022 to like June of 2022. It did hang out below a little while, but it did bounce back up. The only thing is, it was when it was below that .5 fib level, it was riding that 50 moving average, and right now we're below the 50, all the moving averages. You know what I mean? So, ultimately, if I had to just use my intuition, like what's going to happen, good chance we'll probably dump further, maybe down to the 618. We'll see. Really, it depends. These things are very, very manipulated, but the DXY, very powerful indicator. Very, very powerful thing. The dollar strength index, it's at a point of decision here. Which way is it going to go? There you go. I think it's going to be make or break time. It's going to have to make find a direction. I don't think sideways is going to work very long, because there's wars to fight, manipulation to do, and the great reset. And, no one's going to stand for just going sideways. All right. So volume for Bitcoin explicitly 8.9 billion last 24 hours. That's good volume, especially on a Friday recently going into the weekend. Good volume. I like what I'm seeing. Looking at FinViz. Looking at FinViz, all right. The Dow, NASDAQ, S&P 500 are up this Friday. So Dow up 0.34, NASDAQ 1.46, S&P 0.87. If we, zoom a little bit on this S&P 500 today, communication services in the green, commercial cyclical in the green, Apple not quite in the green today, Microsoft, Google, NVIDIA, Meta, Amazon, Tesla, all looking pretty good. Tesla, nice to see it having a green day. That thing has been a volatile market. Tesla recently, a lot of people trading that, getting and putting the crap out of it and making some money out of that volatility. So let's keep rocking. All right. Looking at this is a 5-minute chart, 5-minute candles. Okay. I can feel a lot from this thing. I really like using this. It's over at bitcoindailywview.com, but if you're on the live chat, if you're watching this afterwards, you can see right there. I'll share that with everybody. It's very effective. This site is amazing that all this is free. Anyway, we're seeing lots of sell pressure right now. We're seeing liquidations. We're seeing longs and shorts getting wrecked. These purple columns here are shorts getting wrecked this morning. Looking at the order books and looking at this, definitely, I don't think there was a lot of optimism this morning. I think a lot of shorts have gotten wrecked. We'll see how it rolls. Bitcoin's pushing hard today. I like that. Big volume coming in, as you can see. Definitely, I think it caught a lot of the perma bears off kilter. That's the thing why I really believe in look at the charts, do your own research, trust your own vibes, your own gut. Don't just go with the herd, because they oftentimes are wrong. I think that when I look at the shorts that got wrecked this morning, I'm like, how many of y'all who got wrecked, these liquidations that I saw some massive liquidations this morning. My thing is was that like really your TA, or was that just what everybody thinks is going to do? Is that like your worldview? Nothing good can happen, etc. I'm not trying to make shorting right or wrong, or longing right or wrong. It's just I'm not sure if these shorts, the amount that I saw get wrecked, was that really, really, honest to goodness, TA, or was it just, one's way of seeing life? Anyway, just wanted to mention good things can happen. Good things can happen. Nobody really knew which way it was going to go. Was it worth shorting the crap out of it? Like the shorts I saw getting obliterated this morning, I was like, carry on, soldiers. You lost this battle, but the war ain't over. And I hope that you cheer up and can move forward and you're using proper risk management because dang. Anyway, with that said, coin market cap today, looking at the volume, spot trading volume on the exchanges, big exchanges in general. We're just kind of flipping from red to green right now. We're seeing a bit of a perk up in general. The one that matters the most to me, really, there's two, honestly. Binance and Coinbase. And Coinbase is just flipping to the green right now, 3% volume increase over the last 24 hours. Binance is still, Coinbase secondary. Binance is the most important one. So Coinbase flipping green, Binance still in the red. But volume I'm watching is slowly picking up today on a Friday. It might have just been that people didn't expect Friday to be a good rally, and they're getting in now, or maybe they're just tired. You know what I mean? But anyway, Binance 31 billion in you good dog. Binance 31 billion in derivative trading today. That's down 12% over the last 24 hours. I expect if this day continues good, maybe we'll see that pick up. But 30 billion these days is not bad. It used to be 50 billion was a good day, but right now as the market is kind of as it is, I think if you're breaking 30 billion, even if you're breaking about 25 billion, that's a good day. Days when we start, having 50 billion, 60, 70 billion in derivatives, man, that's going to be bullish. Tell you what. Unless they're all shorts, and then, well, it's freaking, it's the end. I'll just go back to being a freaking landscaper or something. Anyway, Bitcoin 21,388. That is gorgeous. And actually, looking at one of the things over at Blockchain Education on the call last night that we have twice a week, kind of analyzing the market, looking at things. 21,350 was really an important level that the group came up with, that if we break that, we definitely might see some Lambo action, and we broke it this morning. So, I won't go into all the details of how we saw that, but that comes from Jonathan Regan over at Blockchain Education. Something which you ought to check out over at BitcoinDailyView.com, and also check out Trade Genius, TradeGenius.io. If you trade both crypto and traditional markets, that's the place to be. If you're only a crypto person explicitly, maybe Blockchain Education is for you. All right, if you got a lot of money, be a member of both. Anyway, Bitcoin 21,388. Looking at the top 100 cryptos, doing great. Aptos, APT, in the deep green. I like seeing that. ApeCoin 7.7%. Dogecoin up 1.4%. Well, a little bit of hope for the people who are probably still wrecked to this day on Doge. Solana 4.5% up. I like seeing that. Who else? Rocket Pool, whatever that is. RPL up 12%. Synthetic Network, SNX. If you know what that is, please comment. I'm like, it's doing great recently, and I have no idea what that project is. I'm just kind of curious. Thorchain up 3.3%. Nexo is up 16.3%. So we got some serious runs going. Even Optimism, I love it. Optimism is up 9.8%. I love that. So Optimism up, and I think also not only the coin, but maybe Optimism in general. Now, I will say this, watch out, because on Binance, longs versus shorts, longs 40%, shorts 59%. So definitely pretty strong short bias is forming on Binance. But as you can see from a little while ago, a lot of the shorters got wrecked this morning. So I saw a lot of people who were like, nothing good can happen. We're going to zero. Well, they probably threw themselves out of the window this morning. Anyway, so 43% long, 56% short for Ethereum. So both those got definitely a short bias. Now, looking at Bitcoin on the daily, noting this, back in the day, the hash ribbons a couple of days ago showed a blue circle. Does that mean anything? No, it's kind of a vanity indicator. But you know what? It has, like last time it fired was one of the first times it wasn't accurate. And that was back on like August 2022. And it didn't quite pan out, and that's fine because after it fired, it was kind of just going below the 50 moving average. So that's not so happening. But here, recently, we broke above the 50, above the 200, positive MACD on the daily and 3-day, and I think weekly. We got a positive MACD. So really, that's pretty darn, powerful stuff. So our stochastic RSI is not too high. We definitely continue going here in the daily. I like what I'm seeing. It's kind of a beautiful thing. If we look, I haven't looked at it for a little while here. Let me go to a 3-day. There is a powerful fib sequence here on the 3 days, right above that 50 moving average. I like seeing that. I want to fire this up real quick. I will not, sorry. I'm sorry about this. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow for you here. Fib retracement. Something I like is if we go way back to when we visited the 3Ks back in March of 2020, this subsequence, I've shown it to everybody many, many times. We're back above that .786 and the 50 moving average. That to me is very, very bullish. Next thing to challenge really is the 618 golden pocket. I think if we continue up, and that'll be like between 28,666 and 26,575. So let's see what happens. That isn't that far away. Are we bullish? I don't know. But you know what the thing is really on the daily chart, just we have played with the 786 before. Definitely have had it be support for quite a while. Then we got under it for a while. We've recently broke above, and we're above the 50 moving average also on the daily and the 3 days. So this is pretty powerful stuff. Are we bullish? I don't know. But I tell you what, when you actually do just give it all back and you bounce off the 786, if you do make a bounce there, it's oftentimes a pretty good day. All right, Bitcoin. Once again, here on the 45-minute chart, for immediate price action, you can see here that we got positive directional index, positive directional index. ADX is getting in the right spot. The squeeze indicator is looking pretty powerful. I like what I'm seeing. We kind of pumped a little while ago. We've been going sideways, kind of dumped, hit the 200 moving average, etc., etc. But we are kind of making a move off the white moving average. There is the 200 moving average. So on the 45-minute chart, we have a nice, powerful push, bounce of that moving average. That's wonderful. We got room to move. This is a big pump this morning, big deal. I like what I'm seeing. It's good stuff. Looking at the 4-hour chart, how are we looking? 4-hour chart, got a directional index is moving up. Squeeze indicator showing we're in the squeeze. A little bit of that means we're sort of tight in price range. So we'll see which way it breaks. But I would say looking at this on the 4-hour chart, definitely, especially if we can break above the recent sideways area here. We can get above that, boom, which we kind of have good enough for me. The 21,350. That was really an area of resistance that we're seeing here, and we've broken above it. So I think on the 4-hour chart, we very, very well are probably going to see a continuation. I think things are looking pretty strong, especially when you look at the 45-minute chart here. We are really looking, I mean, just wonderful 45-minute chart, strong bounce to the 200, looking good. We'll see what happens. There you go. So looks good, looks strong. Looking at some alts today, okay? Many are doing well. Ones that I was looking at this morning were APE versus USDT. Beautiful run up, broke the 200 moving average, broke it again, broke above the 200 and 314. Seeing positive indicators, squeeze indicator looking good, directional index is looking good, ADX is in the right spot. Will this guy continue or not? We shall see. But we're seeing a lot of alts like this. This guy's definitely run a little bit. Is it done? Well, we'll have to just see. We're kind of in big pump territory. I just noticed that APE was making a move early on, and you can kind of make a little channel here. And I think that it's all about, will it continue? I kind of got a little position in this one when it broke above the 200 moving average. I'm going to give it to, I'm about to put a stop right below this channel here. I want it to keep going or not, but definitely I think that APE versus USDT, trade as you trade by your own, kind of methodology, your own rules. But for me, not financial advice, but I'm just saying, APE definitely could possibly have a continuation here. It's in the right spot. I like what I'm seeing. One of the important things also is that APT versus USDT, it's above the 200 moving average on the daily chart, which to me gives it a lot of positive, powerful energons to continue. Okay, so I like what I'm seeing with APE. Is there anything else? Let's look at some of these guys real quick. SNX versus USDT, looking wonderful. I like my candles by Sam. You can look at that indicator. Purple means 3 bodies consecutively positive or more. So candles by Sam looking pretty powerful. I like that run. Beautiful bounce to the 200 moving average. It's still in its ATR zone, as we call it right here. So it definitely this kind of light gray shadow that the price action's in. ADX is starting to wane. We're starting to see a little bit of a slowdown now in the directional index. You can see starting to slow down. ADX is waning. Squeeze indicator looks good. So this guy's pushing really, really hard. And I like what I'm seeing there. Not quite indicating in on this one. I think it's probably pushed as much as it's going to this round. But if I was to do like, oh man, it's kind of hard to do a fib sequence on this one. But if I was to do like something like this, I think I'd start watching for possibly where this thing is going to retrace to. It definitely could continue. So I'll keep an eye on that one. Ruin, where are you at? Ruin's not happening. Nah, it's not happening. Kava USDT. Yeah, I'm not so into that one. It's still way at the top of this channel. It's starting to, it will probably continue, but it's not in a sweet spot for me, at least personally. And what else we got here? Pawn versus USDT, not so good. These are ones that I'm watching recently. Yeah, that recent volatility, as you can see here, we had when Bitcoin took a dump, really screwed a lot of alts, and it took them right out of their upwards channels. So one of my things I've mentioned today is don't try too hard. There's very, very few good plays, in my opinion, right now. If you're a Bitcoiner and you saw the opportunity to get in and ride it for a while, and you're in the profit, definitely have a take profit somewhere. Keep riding that stop loss up if you're planning on just making money and getting out. Because we're, got to see. I think right now Bitcoin actually is looking pretty strong. We'll see. It kind of broke above the bodies of these candles here, but not the wicks. Definitely could see it continue going. But like I say, I'm gonna keep following it up with the stop and get out when it turns around. But Bitcoin looking wonderful. This is a big deal. 4-hour chart, daily chart, three-day chart looks great. MACD, I think it is positive on the weekly. If I can get this thing to work here, I've had a lot of trouble with. Let's see. Yeah. Looking at the 3-day chart here. No, sorry, weekly chart. You can see weekly chart's got a positive MACD. Histogram's going the right way. I love seeing that. 3-day chart, very, very powerful, positive, beautiful MACD. When you cross below the threshold, the midline there, you start turning up, that's when you're going to get those really nice, powerful moves. And I like that. So we did the daily MACD positive back in the, this is, so really, I think MACD is a big deal for Bitcoin, especially on those time frames, like 3-day, day, and weekly. So we have a lot of powerful energy pushing. And also the 2-hour chart, one thing I will say, 2-hour chart for MACD, it tends to be sort of magical for Bitcoin, in my opinion. And right now we're still trending positive on the 2-hour MACD. The tangent of the 2-hour MACD I find is a very good indicator for short-term price action. And right now we're still positive. When I see this tangent turn negative, I think I'd probably nix my position. Little tip from me, it's pretty magical. Let me look over here at, I'll give you a little bit of an insider look real quick here. This is an older purple list. This is one of the things that we work off of over at Bitcoin Daily, not BitcoinDailyView.com, but Blockchain Education. This is kind of our working list. I won't show it to you that often because it's kind of proprietary, but you guys are getting a little bit of wisdom there. This one's a couple days old, so I'm not quite giving away all the goods. Hook is a new one on Binance. Bam, took off this morning. These are all versus BTC, so apt versus Bitcoin. Whoo, friggin' mooning. It's pushing top of the ATR cave there, so it's probably going to come down. But these indicators are looking strong. It could continue. This one's too hot to chase. As you can see, it has the same issue as many did when Bitcoin recently. Just the volatility we've had in the market, and also with Bitcoin. It had a beautiful upwards channel. It broke out of it. But now, especially this weekend, could be the weekend of new upwards channels, especially if you actually can get back in that previous one. Magic. All right, so magic BTC. Extraordinary explosion. Positive stuff. Pushed on top of that ATR. This thing's looking amazing. So magic versus Bitcoin, many percent made this morning. Op versus Bitcoin, optimism exploding. So right now we have too much upward velocity in the market. I really can't chase these. I kind of got to just do like, on these ones that are looking good, that I like the way they're looking, is kind of just do like a fib retracement and catch them if they stay strong and they stay above the 200 moving average, hop back in. Like I could see this guy here, like op versus versus BTC, coming down to that 618 right below the 200 moving average, or bouncing off the 200 moving average, or bouncing off that .5. It's all about now it's going to be kind of, catch the retraces, and that can be a hard game. It is the weekend. Be careful. Anyone saying inflation is easing doesn't buy their own groceries. So as you see all these numbers, all these economy numbers coming out and such like that, captured. Many people may or may not like this person on Twitter. He is a snarky little kitty, that's for sure. But it's a reminder, and one of the best ways to, make money, hedge against inflation and all that really truly is to be a Bitcoin truth seeker. And every single Bitcoin Satoshi you own punches, a nasty globalist right in the nuts. And that's a good reason to wake up. At least for me, I wake up in the morning excited. And that's my wish for everybody, is that you wake up excited and you can't wait to see what's going on in the market. And you can't wait to trade. And you want to make some Bitcoin Satoshi. So every time you end of the day, you can add up how many did I make, and you can go bam, 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 bam. Take that, Klaus. Anyway. That's what keeps me going. So thank you for being a Bitcoin truth seeker. Thank you for being part of the peaceful revolution. Every Bitcoin Satoshi is truly a statement of optimism and a beautiful sci-fi future for humanity without the horrible, awful transhuman aspect to it. So take care.